Hello, and welcome to the Ultimate Update. It is I, your host, Michael, and as always, I am accompanied by my brother.
Bruno.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, we do have a few things to talk about. So to the 8 of you listening, I have some sad news. Leonard Nimoy passed away a few days ago.
Oh my god, dude. Dad was so sad.
I know, Dad. Our father loves Star Trek. Huge fan.
I thought that he was sleeping, and I went to go take Oswald. I have a pet pug named Oswald, and I went to go take him outside to go to the bathroom, and I saw that Dad was watching the Star Trek marathon on FX. I was like, oh god.
He was such a huge inspiration to so many people. Such a good actor. Such a cool dude overall.
Yeah, did you see what his last tweet was?
I did not. What was it?
It was something about, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of, live life to the fullest because, life doesn't last for long or something like that. And then, he always signed all of his tweets with, LLAP for live long and prosper.
Oh, man. The world is going to miss
I
him.
swear, man, my life is coming to that point that I dreaded when I was, 7 years old, where all the cool old people are starting to die. The day that Stan Lee dies,
I know,
I'm just going to fall into a hole and, go
No,
away.
we talked about this. About this. Stanley is never going to die.
Stanley's never going to die.
He'll never.
He has the real super soldier serum.
Absolutely. He will live forever in the hearts and minds of the children of America.
He's the Watcher.
And he's going to be frozen, and him and Walt Disney will come back to life, and they will form the super team to end all hunger.
Wake them when we need them.
Yes. They'll become superheroes, useful ones that don't have shitty powers like talking to fish.
He doesn't talk to fish.
He talks to fish. That's his superpower.
Fish. He doesn't talk. He commands fish.
How does he command the fish?
He commands them
with
his mind,
which I'm sure has some words to it.
Anyways, we're talking about Aquaman.
Yeah, in case you didn't catch that subtle hint.
But more specifically, what we're talking about is the first official image of Jason Mamoa as Aquaman from Batman v Superman.
Brother, please. Khal Drogo is his name.
Oh, did you say Carl Drago?
Khal Drogo. How do you say it?
Khal
Drogo. Carl sounds better.
Anyways, I quite like this picture of Aquaman.
I really wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. What I will say is that absolutely not looking forward to this movie.
Oh my gosh.
It looks all wrong.
What are you talking about?
Aquaman's aesthetic doesn't match Wonder Woman's aesthetic, doesn't match Superman's aesthetic, doesn't match Batman's aesthetic, and they're gonna throw them all in one fucking movie?
You read Justice League. None of them look the same.
They at least had the same art style, damn it.
Because there's one dude drawing the comic.
Yeah, but here we have people. They should all look like they belong in the same universe, but they don't.
Yeah, but you gotta think that... Okay, so you gotta think about it like this as well. When they get to Justice League, they're probably gonna get new costumes. Because in Avengers 1, they don't really look like they belong together. Like, Captain America's costume sucks. Black Widow's costume sucks. Hawkeye's costume is a vest. But in Avengers 2, Tony Stark designs Avengers costumes for all of them. So now they all look like they should be together, and they have, Avengers logos on them and stuff like that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that they just don't look like they belong together.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Superman's suit is Kryptonian. Wonder Woman's is from Themyscira. Aquaman's is traditional Atlantean war armor. Batman's suit is freaking cobbled together stuff from everywhere.
They look like they're from different movies, is what I'm trying to say. And that's going to be very jarring, because you can tell in movies that have more than one director or more than one DOP that they like the styles clash and it's not comfortable to watch. And that's what I feel like this movie's going to be because everything is too different. At least with the Marvel movies, with the team-ups, the movies are similar in tone. They're serious with that light, edgy, fun feel to them to a varying degree. You know, Captain America being pretty campy, Thor being really silly, and then Iron Man actually being a little more serious than the rest of them. But the DC movies, we only have one to really go off of for this universe. And now here they are trying to throw all these other characters in that look like they should be in different movies.
Yeah, to me, like, that's just a difference between the Justice League and the Avengers. Is that the Justice League, they all look different, and they all act very differently, and their books are very different, but they're in a team together. And with the Avengers, like, you can see all these people living in a world together. That's the point of Marvel, is that you can't read one Marvel comic without seeing a cameo of another character. But with DC, you can just read Batman and that's it. And you wouldn't even know about the other characters. You could just read Aquaman and that's it. You wouldn't even know about the other characters.
But even like in their separate comics, they still look like they belong together. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you could put them next to each other and it wouldn't look weird. It wouldn't be jarring. It's like not putting cell shading next to photorealism.
Yeah, but for me, like, I don't see it. I don't see them as being like that different.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's really jarring to me to just see them all looking so different stylistically.
But like, you also have to think that a lot of the pictures that we've seen, like basically all the pictures for all the heroes we've seen except for Superman, they've all had what's it called? They've all had a filter over them. So we're not seeing these with the actual colors and stuff that they actually are.
I don't have very high hopes for this movie.
I have mediocre hopes for this movie.
I have less hopes for this movie than I had for Ted. And I was moderately anticipating Ted. And that was a good movie.
Well, then when the movie comes out, we will review it.
Absolutely.
And then I can tell you about how I loved it, and you can talk about how you hated it. Watch as like you love it and I hate it.
I bet you that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to hate myself. So, speaking of Aquaman in Dawn of Justice, have you heard the latest rumor floating around?
Oh, what?
That apparently someone overheard... This is just a rumor, so obviously it's unsubstantiated. But there's a rumor floating around that someone overheard Zack Snyder talking about Dawn of Justice and Aquaman being in it. And then he said something about Aquaman is actually in Man of Steel.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, so supposedly, and this is why I'm even less excited for Dawn of Justice.
Oh my god.
Supposedly, when Superman saves the people off the oil derrick, he falls into the ocean. Then you see like the two whales float by or whatever. Apparently, Aquaman sent the whales.
Which is another way that our viewers get to see how our views clash, because I think that is quite the awesome Easter egg, if that is true.
I think it's dumb because it doesn't make any sense. Because they don't do anything, as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure they're just there, and then Superman's like, oh, whales. And then he's okay.
I can't remember if they're, like, close enough to him that, like, their volume is, like, pushing him, or if he's just watching him. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
I don't think that's how water works.
Well, wouldn't it? Yeah?
He would, like, swirl around a whole bit and get all confused, but it wouldn't, like, push him.
I'm pretty sure it would.
We shouldn't talk science for
Whatever.
Superman, because we did this once, and then my brain hurt for a while. And I think I cried.
Oh god. Oh, anyways. But yeah, I think that's a really cool Easter egg if that's true. Because I like Aquaman.
I know you do. To me, he gives me a migraine, just the very idea of him.
I don't know. I like all the aquatic characters. I like Aquaman. I like Namor.
I hate Namor. Maybe this has something to do with my hatred.
Though.
It might have something to do with my hatred of water levels.
I think. Okay, so like how we were talking about New Avengers earlier, I think if you read New Avengers, then you'll like Namor.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. After
because you always seem to be the person who, like, when I tell you about a comic where like at the end Batman doesn't kill a Joker, you're like, why doesn't he just snap his neck? Just finish it, end it, just kill him.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, like Namor's that guy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Namor's the guy who's like, why don't we just kill him? Let's just do it right now. Real quick. I can do it right now. I'll go kill him. Are you guys not going to do it? I'll go kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'll be right back.
Alright. Well, maybe I'll have to check that out. Well, I will have to check that out because I'm sure you're going to want to do a video on it. Speaking of headaches, Valve. Have you heard the latest rumor with them? Or not rumor, actually. The latest confirmed news from them.
Is this about the virtual reality thing that they put out?
Yeah, the HTC Vive.
I just saw a picture of it. I didn't like read anything for it.
Apparently, it's Valve coming out, and supposedly it's supposed to have way better specs than anything that's like been announced so far. It's supposed to hit up to like 90 FPS, which would be crazy if it could. Although looking at it,
I don't know if I'd want 90 FPS.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and it looks wireless, so I'm wondering about battery life. And it looks like this is a prototype, but I'm thinking of the Steam controller. And
you mean the Steam controller that comes with the Steam box that still hasn't been released?
Yeah, with the designs that may or may not be what you're going to get. I don't really know if Valve is going to be able to follow through with this. I'd be excited to see it, but I don't think so. I don't know. Apparently tomorrow they're going to be announcing something very important. Have you heard about that as well?
No, I hadn't heard about that.
Well, I want you to think about what tomorrow is.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tomorrow is March the 3rd.
March the 3rd.
3-3.
3-3.
At 3 p.m., they will be announcing something.
3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3.
Viva Pinata 3 confirmed. That's right, folks. You heard it here first.
Hold on. And then one announcement. 3 plus 1 is 4. Mass Effect 4 confirmed.
Yes. You get to play as the Reapers in dark space. Only in dark space. Yeah,
the whole game's really dark.
It's just a Reaper floating around in space.
Uh-huh.
Top secret, hushy hush. Valve didn't want anyone to know. Not even BioWare. BioWare is unaware of this. Top secret information we learned just now.
Uh-huh.
So, I really don't know. This whole VR thing, it's blowing up before it's even a thing, and I'm really scared of that. Everyone has a virtual reality machine, but nobody has a virtual reality machine.
It's like, once everybody goes virtual reality, then nobody is.
I feel like this is the most oversaturated, unavailable market in the world.
Oh, God.
Like, there's so much product that no one has their hands on yet. The worst part is, if one of them sucks, the first one to come out, if it sucks, then that's it. Like, VR's done for another 40 years.
Yeah.
And that sucks, because I want it now. If we start it now, we'll be good in, 5 years. It'll be great.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's gonna fuck it up, because Oculus had to go through that whole bullshit, and then they sold for all that fucking money, and then everyone's like, oh, hey, great, we can all make money off this.
Yeah, this... Oh, God. Why can't virtual reality just work? Why can't it just come out and be awesome and not have to deal with all this stupid bull with all these people who's trying to make money off of it? Why can't things just be cool?
Yeah, I don't really know what more I can say without exploding. This is...
I will say, though, that as soon as the Sony VR comes out, I'm getting that in a heartbeat.
See, that's the thing.
Because I love my PS4, and I think that Sony one is going to be pretty cool.
But that's the thing. Project Morpheus, when's the last time you heard about that?
Don't talk about that.
Where is that? Because I remember hearing about it in 2014, and here we are 3 months in to 2015, and not a peep, not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like all these VR things come out, and then it's like here it is, and then nothing.
Yeah, I just
like I haven't heard an update on Oculus Rift in like months.
I don't even know if Oculus Rift still exists. The last I heard, they were scrapping another design so that they could look at a new design because apparently materials ran out or something. And I think even that was like 3 updates ago.
Yeah.
This and the whole early access thing, they're going hand in hand. It's ridiculous. Because Oculus had to go and be technically early access, and it just started this whole buzz way too fast. They should have waited until they had like an actual product, something they could sell. Oh well, they did. They did sell. They did have a product to sell. It was them. So who has some happier news to talk about? Who's got something that's less bullshit?
Okay, well, I guess I will close out with some more Secret Wars announcements.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's close out. Let's close before my arteries do.
Okay. It took me a while to realize what you were saying, but okay.
Death. That's.
So there have been a lot of Secret Wars announcements for the tie-in books and everything.
Not so secret.
Shh, don't tell anybody. So I'm just picking a few right now that I want to talk about. Maybe in another video we can come back and look at the rest or any ones that catch your eye. But I want to start off with one that I have the least information about because I don't buy Marvel comics as they come out. I'm waiting till Secret Wars to do that. There's a comic going on right now that is Spider-Man 2099, and it follows him. But he was in the regular universe for a while because he teamed up with regular Spider-Man. But apparently he went back to his own time, so his own 2099 universe.
Right.
And apparently when he went back, his universe became merged with the Future Imperfect universe with the Maestro.
I see.
So that's really interesting because that's like the first instance of, or at least one of the first instances that I've seen of like getting a taste of what Secret Wars is going to be like.
Oh, the whole universes merging thing?
Yeah. Because I know the Maestro is going to be in Secret Wars.
Will he?
Yeah. Like up on Marvel.com they have a big map, and up at the top of the map is where the Maestro is.
I should probably look at that map because you've referenced it several times, and it's a surprise to me.
It's pretty cool. It's like an interactive map, and then you can just click on the different countries and see what a universe it corresponds to.
Neato.
But so let's get into the more announcements. So when Secret Wars is going on, there's going to be the core series of books that are like Secret Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
But then the tie-in books will be under the War Zones banner. So each book at the top will say War Zones. And each War Zones book will take place in a different country, so a different alternate reality.
Right.
And one that has been announced is Old Man Logan by Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
So this is the last bit of the announcement from Marvel.com. It starts off with a quote from Bendis. This is Wolverine as Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven, Bendis says. This is a Wolverine on a desperate road to redemption, but unlike most people in Secret Wars, he will have a sense that things aren't the way they should be. Not like Wolverine and House of M, but Old Man Logan will venture out of his section of Battleworld and into others on a quest, and he will be one of the characters most affected by the outcome of this event.
Oh, shit.
And then, what does it say right here? It says, given the fact that Logan moves through a variety of places during Secret Wars, Bendis seizes that he runs into almost all of the familiar faces while on this journey.
Oh, cool. So he's going to be popping in and out then.
Yeah. And then I think it closes out with another quote from Bendis saying, the ones that are still alive, he clarifies, but I think that it is our job to not repeat everything that they did but to give Old Man Logan a new adventure.
Wow, so this should be cool.
Yeah, they have the cover art, and it looks really cool.
So I need to read Old Man Logan then.
Definitely, that's definitely top of our list for Comics and Beyond, our other show that you should really check out.
Absolutely, that's a great show. Hosted by someone who I think actually is quite handsome and actually very charismatic and
Me.
Charming. No. No. I was thinking the other one.
Oh, okay.
Whoever the other guy is on that show, he's marvelous, and his voice is just angelic.
Anyways, go on to more important things.
Oh, I love myself.
Another book that's coming out under the Warzone's title is Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies.
Oh, what? Wait, like the movie universe versus the zombies?
No, sorry. So there was a comic called Age of Ultron.
Oh,
and it had a big effect on the comics. It's not why Secret Wars is happening, but there is stuff that happens before Secret Wars, and it happens because of Age of Ultron.
Oh, I thought
Age of Ultron.
I thought you were going to say it happens because of zombies.
No, okay. So Age of Ultron, the Age of Ultron universe is a universe in which Ultron won, and the entire world is Ultron robots.
Oh.
So a world of Ultron robots versus a world of Marvel zombies.
Now I don't want to cast any predictions here, but I'm gonna guess that zombies versus robots is gonna be fairly one-sided.
Well, you have to think that Marvel zombies are also intelligent.
Yes, but they're also zombies.
Which would just make them harder to kill.
No, because they're zombies.
Yeah, but I think we need to read the book, even though I really don't want to because it scarred me as a child. We need to read the book.
Age of Ultron?
No, Marvel Zombies.
I read recently the latest one. Marvel Zombies versus Marvel Apes.
I don't even... What the heck is that?
It's the dumbest thing I've ever read, and also the worst drawn comic I've ever... Actually, you know what? Let's put that on the list for review. Let's make this the first one that we both mutually hate, and we'll talk shit on it together.
Okay.
Because
cool.
It is literally, I think, the worst comic I've ever read.
What? The Zombies versus Apes?
Zombies versus Apes. It is so horribly written. There's parts in it where it just completely, like, skips, like, whatever the fuck happened, because even the writer was probably just like, I don't fucking fighting again.
Oh, God.
And, I mean, Marvel Zombies is known to be pretty shit. Like, I think that's a general consensus, right? That
yeah,
Marvel Zombies
like, it's
is pretty
just...
awful.
Like, the first one, people liked it because it was, like, right at the top of the zombie boom. But, like, there wasn't really anything, like, particularly special about it. Watch as we get just destroyed in the comments after saying all this.
I don't like how important it's become to itself. Like, they've turned it into... We'll talk about it in the other video, because going into it right now is a bad idea, but yeah. So look forward to that, guys. We're going to talk shit on Marvel Zombies. If you love it, let us know, and I'll be sure to block you. And then that'll be it.
Okay. So another thing is that there will be a new series going on during Secret Wars, which it'll be following a sort of group of alternate versions of the same hero, and they'll be sort of like the cops of Battleworld. That's what I'm gathering from the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be sort of like the cops of Battleworld. It'll be written by Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron's a pretty good writer. And it's called Thors.
Thors.
So
Thor is going to be the space cop of Battleworld.
Well, it's pretty cool because the cover for it has so towards the back it has Storm holding a Mjolnir. So that's one Thor. And then in the middle there's Beta Ray Bill. That's another Thor.
Right.
And then there's another Thor that we haven't seen before, or at least I haven't seen before, which is the Destroyer as Thor. Like, you know what the Destroyer is, right? From Ultimate Alliance, the big thing that can shoot fire out of its face.
Oh yeah, the thing in the Thor movie that showed up for like 5 minutes and didn't really have any relevance to the plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a Thor from an alternate reality where he became the king of Asgard.
Right.
So sort of like an Odin figure in and of himself.
So, Thor.
Yes.
Got it.
And then there's female Thor, there's regular Thor, and then there's wait, what's his name? Throg. Yes, Throg. Frog Thor.
Throg Thor.
Frog Thor.
What? Frog Thor.
Yeah, Frog Thor. He's pretty cool. He's a frog.
What the fuck?
But anyways, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, okay, I read Ultimate Comics on Marvel Unlimited, so I am sorry if in the last 6 months something has changed and I don't know about it, but on the cover of this, Ultimate Thor is on the cover, and that makes me so happy, because Ultimate Thor is so awesome, and in Cataclysm, he was locked in the negative zone, and Tony Stark has been trying to find a way to get him out since then. And I'm so happy to see that he's alive and he's going to be in this Thor's book.
Wasn't Ultimate Thor just like Thor but an actual human, and then he got superpowers somehow?
Well, we're going to read Ultimates 1 and 2, so I don't want to spoil that.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's like really dumb, because I'm pretty sure he's on a fishing boat or something. He's fighting whalers.
That's in the Ultimate Avengers movie.
Are you? I'm pretty sure I read a comic like that too.
No, that's in the movie. In the comic, when they find him, he's like at like a rave.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's more like a Burning Man thing that he's at. Yeah, he's a hippie.
Marvel doesn't take Thor very seriously, do they?
Well, that's sort of like the point of Ultimate Thor, is that like you can't really take him seriously because the point of Ultimate Thor is that he's always like, yep, the son of Odin, I'm Thor. And everybody's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Just tell us the truth. You're not the son of Odin.
I mean, I guess I can't blame him. Marvel's not known for being the most serious. This is a side I chose.
So the last thing I want to say about this Thor's book is that a quote from Jason Aaron said, "Think True Detective, but with Throg, the Frog of Thunder."
I don't see how they don't already have $1 million.
All right.
They're just printing money at this point.
Perfect. It's amazing.
How does Marvel do this? They have such a great concept, and there's like one thing about it where I'm just like, what the fuck? It's gonna be awesome. Like he's gonna be I bet you he's gonna be my favorite character, and I'm gonna love him like amazingly.
All I know about Throg is that Thor dropped Mjolnir, and a piece of the hammer got chipped off, and a frog picked up the piece, and because he could pick up the piece, that meant that he was worthy to pick up Mjolnir, so he got the powers of Thor. So the shard of Mjolnir became his own hammer.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you say a shard of Mjolnir?
Yes. A Throg was also part of the Pet Avengers.
I don't have the time or the lifespan to begin listing all the reasons why I hate everything that just came out of your mouth.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I take it back. Pet Avengers sounds fucking awesome.
It's awesome. It's got Lockjaw.
Who's Lockjaw?
Lockjaw. Okay, so this will be the last thing we talk about, but Lockjaw.
Pet Avengers, guys. We're gonna close out with Pet Avengers.
We're gonna close out with Pet Avengers. Lockjaw is an Inhuman, and Inhumans are people who have an Inhuman gene in them, and when they're exposed to this gas, then their gene manifests and becomes stronger, so they become an Inhuman. But Lockjaw is a dog.
Yes.
Who I guess had an Inhuman gene.
Okay.
And they exposed him to the mist, and he's now Black Bolt. Black Bolt's the king of the Inhumans. he's now Black Bolt's like dog. And his power is that he can teleport anywhere, and he can also eat anything.
Uh-huh.
But Lockjaw is awesome because he's like a huge bulldog.
Alright.
But like huge.
Oh. How huge?
Like pretty big.
That's fairly large.
Like he's like up to Black Bolt's like elbows.
That is fairly large. Some may even say big.
I just realized that apparently the true name of the Pet Avengers book is Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers.
Oh, he's the big dog. I see.
Yeah, so Lockjaw is like the Captain America of the group.
Got it.
Also just found out that they fought Thanos at one point. Also, side note, Squirrel Girl has defeated Thanos. Thank you for joining us in the Ultimate Update.
Yep, that's all, folks. That is what we'll leave you with, because I've had just about enough bullshit for today.
Don't worry, we'll be back next week with even more bullshit.
I swear I love comic books. I really
swear,
do.
Guys, we promise.
They make me so happy on the inside. And so angry on the every other side. Okay.
Alright, I think that's what we'll leave off on.
Alright, well, we'll see you guys. Or not. Unless you like Marvel Zombies, in which case, fuck off.
Unless you like Marvel Zombies or any of the other things that we said were completely stupid.
But your opinion is valid, and you're entitled to it. Just
not to us.
I don't care.
Alright. Have a good one.
I love you.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
You can't. Well, you can, because you're probably at home right now. But if you're not home, go home. What are you doing? Your parents miss you. If you don't have parents, I'm sorry, but someone misses you. Go to them. Unless they have someone that they should be missing, in which case let them miss that person, because you shouldn't mess with that.
If you're not home, then you're probably not connected to Wi-Fi. And if you're not connected to Wi-Fi, then that means that you can't watch any of our other videos. You should go home so you can watch more videos.
Yes, I agree with that statement. And with that, I will leave you.
Alright. Signing off. Farewell.
Mwah. Goodbye.